Okay.
All right. Everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready.
So, last time we
So,
left off.
one question before we
Yes.
start.
Yes.
The macros,
Yes.
where are they at again? They're under
Open your selected window.
Under who?
Selected. So window, and then go selected.
Oh, okay.
And then when you select your
Ah,
token,
there they
it'll
are.
be there. You can
Sweet.
do the same thing that Tim had to do, and if you open up the global,
Mm-hmm.
you can. I think if you right click in your character where you have all the macros, I believe if you export macro set, you can export it to like your documents or something, or wherever it exports to. And then if you go to global and you go to import macro, you should be able to import into there. And then your macros will travel with you no matter what screen you're on or not on.
Somebody cast.
Why are you gargantuan?
Enlarge on Rith there.
All right, guys. First combat, kill Rith. It's hit the same though.
I'm still alive. I return attack.
It would have been 10 damage. All right. Yeah, you can do that if you want to try to export your macro set and have it available to you no matter where you go. Like I said, if your token's on there, then anytime you select it, as long as the selected window is open, you'll have access to it. So.
Sweet. Okay.
Good?
Thank you, sir.
No problem. All right. So, last time we left off, you had traveled into the surrounding Weymouth, gone into the northwest part of the forest outside of the town, following Arvin to looking for the structure that was indicated to be in the woods, investigating the strange happenings that had been occurring, encountered a couple of wolves, dispatching them with relative ease, with the minus of the druid being dropped down to unconscious very briefly. You guys continued on following Kerr's path and located a structure about 3 hours into the woods. During your journey, the air had grown significantly colder, and the light seeming to penetrate the canopy of the forest less and less, until you happen upon a strange archway, as well as a ramshack little hut that seemed to have been hastily constructed with some seemingly just random travel bits in there, cooking gear, some cloaks and clothes for individuals of two different sizes. You engaged in a brief battle once one of the individuals attacked Kovac. After a quick battle, and both of them exploding into a large bright flash of light and reducing to dust, you guys investigated a little bit more, coming to the conclusion that the strange symbol that you had found on the archway belonged to the Queen of Air and Darkness, a archfey of the Feywild. And after a brief discussion with the Queen, you headed back into town, separating briefly with Kerr and Rowan going to see Arvin, and the other three, Rith, Kovac, and Lilith, going back into town to meet your contact. After a brief bit of deception on both parties, indicating that the others had died. You guys were greeted by Kivin, who brought along with him a priestess of Tamora, who was named Ella, and she agreed with your assertions that it was indeed the Queen of Air and Darkness. And following a renegotiating of the contract price, upping it to 250 gold, you guys agreed to accompany them back out into the wilds, into the woods, the following day, so that way Ella could investigate the archway herself and see if there was any means for her to break its connection. Following that, you guys had some time to yourselves in the evening, along with Rowan be given the opportunity to perform his story of their legendary escape from the woods after being separated from the party. So you guys rested the evening, and you come back to in the morning. Anything you guys would like to do before you begin your journey back out into the woods?
I do not, besides just eating in the morning.
Sure. Okay. So you guys all head down into the bar to grab some breakfast in the morning. Following that, shortly after you guys get your breakfast and sit down and start eating, Kivin does arrive with his typical two-man entourage. They look dressed and ready for the road for any potential danger, and Ella accompanies them. She's dressed a little bit differently this morning as well. Yesterday she was wearing priestess garbs. This morning, still looks like she's wearing some form of Tamora's regalia, but she's wearing a suit of studded leather armor as well. There's also a dagger that you hadn't seen yesterday, but a dagger that's at her side as well. And are you guys seated together separately, or? How would you like to?
I'll be up at the bar, I suppose.
Up at the bar? Okay.
I'd be by the fireplace again.
Okay. Over by so kind of close to where the stage was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sit up by the bar.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit by my friend Kerr.
Okay. So 4 of you are by the bar. Rith is over at a table by the fireplace. Kivin comes in, goes up to the bar to where the 4 of you are, and greets. Good morning. I trust you are well rested and ready for the road this morning.
Yep.
Definitely. Let's get paid.
Indeed, I would love to see this matter laid to rest and fulfill our contract. So, if you're ready, I will go gather your other compatriot over there, and we will be on our way. If you want to meet me right outside the door, I will be there shortly.
Sounds good.
So,
I'll give you a piece of advice. Just point towards the door.
For your
For him.
compatriot? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes,
just-
I've noticed his command of the common language is limited.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I care not. I'm assuming he's proficient with the weapon back, so that's in this case all that matters to me.
Me too.
All right. So he will watch you guys leave. Rith, he walks over to you and says, "Leave," and points towards the door.
I'll nod and then get up and
All right.
walk out the door.
All right.
You gotta watch the tone on that, though. He might take it wrong and hit you with it.
All right. So, go ahead. So you guys make your way out of town, following. Who would like to take point?
I believe I was supposed to lead the way.
Well, I mean, you were the one that kind of led the part, or was following Arvin the closest, anyhow.
Right. So I'll take point.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Be
somewhere in the
behind it.
middle.
In the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Kovacs,
I
where
will-
would you like to?
I will stick close to the druid.
Okay, so near the front.
I'll just be towards the middle as well.
All right. And Lilith, did you say you were
I'll be
You
right
fight-
behind.
right behind Rith?
Yeah, right behind. Yeah, I'll tail the party.
Oh, you're gonna pull up your guard.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Are you guys staggering a little bit? I'm assuming, not walking in an entirely straight line.
Yes.
Much like
Correct.
you were in the forest before. Okay. All right. So you guys make your way into the forest. Kerr, go ahead and make your survival check as you enter where you went in yesterday.
Are you sure? As a survivor or a wanderer, I remember everywhere I've been.
Okay, and that doesn't have like a time limit on it, right?
No.
Okay. So, Kerr leads you into the woods, and everything looks very familiar because it is exactly the same grouping of trees. You guys walk for a couple hours. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All of us or
There we go. Right.
Why is my button not pushing? Oh, there we go.
There it is. All right.
11? Anyone?
I was gonna say, all-
Rith, I don't
all
know if
in
it
the
makes a
middle.
difference, but you did persuasion.
He did both. Oh, nice.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay, I didn't see the
Yeah,
second one.
He did persuasion and then he did perception. Then he,
He
disconnected
persuaded
on
those
us.
trees that he had
That's
been there
right.
before.
Wait, did you switch us maps, or are you just telling us that we're in the same place?
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Right now.
I was just
you guys
making
aren't- you guys
sure.
aren't
I was just
necessarily-
making
yeah,
sure.
I wanted to make sure of that too.
Yeah, no. No.
Okay.
Is it reconnecting for you there, Rith? Or are you still there? Actually, it looks like
He's concentrating really hard.
he is really frozen. I'm guessing he has got booted. It's the same time as last time.
Did he ever get it like looked at or fixed, or?
He said he had
You know.
gotten a new modem, and it was working a lot better. So
Kind of.
I guess
Well,
it's subjective. It's all a matter of perspective, really. You know. You know, and the thing is, like, his picture right now doesn't make it look like he was in the middle of anything, so you can't really tell.
Right.
Yeah.
He looks like he's listening.
Just not amused.
Right. He's just like, screw this narration crap.
Somebody casted petrify.
Hold person. And he's stuck. There you went.
Nope, he's gone.
Yep. There. All right. We'll
Oh
go
no,
reload.
it's gonna screw up the.
The cameras.
No, it should jump back when he comes back.
Okay.
They do go back into place, but whenever everybody's joining at first, like you guys will, like the three that's on top right now would be someone different, and then like when another person joins in, like they magically go to the top, and I'm just like, God, because those will be the ones I had done already.
That's amazing.
Does it help if we join initially in the same order?
I don't know. We tested it that one time, and it like whenever, because like I started it, and then I made everybody join like a separate way, like, or everybody left, and then I had you join differently than the first time, and everybody went to the same place. But for whatever reason, it's just, I guess Streamlabs thing is being stupid every now and then. Is some of it. Because, like, if it would just keep the cams every time and not do something dumb.
Yeah.
Like, this time, I had to delete all the cams to find out which one was making, like, my entire screen black. Like, I couldn't see the game, I couldn't see the chat, I couldn't see, like, the boxes. The only thing that was visible was the roll with it D&D at the very top.
Hey, that's the important part right
Yeah.
there.
So I'm like,
And
I
me.
was deleting the
DMs.
cams to try to figure it out, and finally, obviously, it was the last one that I had left to delete.
Of course.
We are all playing in a dark room.
Yeah. I cast
Roll a one in
Magic
your
Missile on the darkness.
Roll a 1. You think you're in
Speaking
a
of
room,
that.
but you've been wrong before.
I
Hey!
found out about the third Gamers movie this past week.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know there was a third one.
It's pretty good.
He's not concentrating as
it
hard
was.
anymore.
It's not as
It
good as
was.
Darkness Rising, but it's good.
No, that's like a classic, but it was pretty good. I liked it.
You know, I haven't had any trouble all week long. Not. So I'm connected to Catherine's hotspot again, so I should be all right for the rest of the night.
We just thought you were
Fantastic.
really, really
I
concentrating
was
on what
really
you were
upset
doing.
about your comment. You know, you telling me just the point.
I say, you were like really into whatever was being described. And I'm like, I know it's okay sometimes, but this level of flattery and concentration is not necessary. All right, you're deceiving me. All right,
It was that persuasion check. That's what got him.
it
Yeah.
was all horrible failure. The DM is not fooled by that 8. So, all right. So you guys go ahead and take a look around, and you start to notice that again, the light is starting to fade a little bit. Kerr, you think it's roughly about the same as it was, but this may have started a little bit sooner than what you remembered last time. You're about as far in as when the light started to fade down or started to get a little bit more dim, but it was a little bit closer to the town this time, based on what you remember. Everybody else, you notice that Lilith, Rowan, Kovac, you guys all notice it's a little bit darker. Rith, it's fine, whatever. You know, it's no different than what it was beforehand. So, you guys go ahead and continue on for about another hour until you come to the original place where you had the fight with the wolves. Let me move everybody there just so we can have like a path. Oh, you guys are already there. Actually, I'm going to delete these ones. All right. So And are you guys able to see anything at all presently?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I cannot.
There.
Now I can.
Now you can. All right.
Mhm.
So,
I'm having trouble.
I had to zip around to find it.
there you go.
Negative.
And you're still not. You have no vision still.
I swear this happens to one of us every time.
It does. It sure does.
Oh, lovely.
Are you able to see now, or are you still looking for yourself?
Yeah, I'm still looking for it.
Does it
Hang on.
say like when
Actually,
you're
if
looking?
I should, yeah, if I can get the tokens pulled up, right? That should be able to.
Yeah, you should be at 17 negative 28 is your cursor spot in the lower right. You should be able to see that.
Oh my God, I'm negative 2 million.
Oh god.
You're close. You're close.
Dude, what?
Almost there.
Just a little further.
Yeah, just
How do you even fix
just a bit
that?
outside.
That's ridiculous. God, there's got to be a way to snap to a token.
Well, if you have a, is there? I don't know what options you have for that. To see your token necessarily.
Yeah, I say it doesn't have the token list there.
Can you go to connections? If you go to connections and click on yourself, does it?
Oh no, but you can whisper to that person. You can.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's interesting.
Oh, no joke. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh wow.
Might be easier just to quit the programming or disconnect and reconnect, huh?
Maybe I'm not sure.
Because you can't type it in manually. Oh, I swear we get a new issue every time. Let me try that. Okay. I am on Weymouth currently.
Okay.
And what did you say the cursor was?
17 negative 28.
17 negative. Alright, I'm at 17 negative 28. It is still black though. And I am at 100% zoom.
Still nothing there.
Yeah, nothing there.
Hey, hang on. Let me delete him off real quick. And
He's gone.
he is gone. He's no longer there. Gonna.
Poof.
Oh,
Where'd
First one
he
to
go?
die.
Can be somebody.
Okay. See your thing there. Can you see your piece now?
No. Oh wait, I just like saw it said EFL Bob 5, and then it disappeared. Yeah, there you are.
And is it still gone?
It's still black.
Key. Does it just show it moving around, or?
I saw it, and then whenever you let go, though, your name goes away.
That's fantastic.
I was black for a second until I jiggled around.
Yeah. I'm just trying to.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh.
Anything now for who doesn't have vision now?
I'm good still.
I'm good.
Okay. Kovac still
good.
dark?
Yep, still dark.
Well, you're right here.
I didn't even. Did you try and do an arrow thing?
Oh yeah, you didn't see it?
No.
What about this?
What? Now I don't even see that.
Oh, I was moving you.
What about now? Try it again.
No. You said 17, -28, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you had your space bar up there, I mean, like I could see your arrow that you were
Like right
doing.
now?
Not now.
Oh, you can't see it now?
Nope.
I'm wondering if these grid coordinates are lining up.
Wait, I got him at 1728, not 17 -28.
It
On mine.
shows -28 on mine.
Like
I
28.
saw 2 positives on mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say -28 for me is way off the top of the map. Yeah, he's way off the top of the map.
Oh no. So
okay.
So should I go to 17 +28?
Yep. Sorry.
Yep.
Go there then. Try that.
Well, that's just weird. 17. Oh, it's hard to scroll nothing. Oh, I see you, Rowan.
You're right. Oh, now you're right here.
Are you still
Hi.
dark or?
I'm still dark. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was just bound to be this day, right?
Such a
Man.
great night. An update no one knows
Hey!
about. Are you there?
What'd you do?
I changed the field of view to somebody else, but weird. I don't know why you don't have.
I mean, I don't see any tokens, but I see the map.
You don't see any tokens at all.
I just saw you move, Kovac, and then he disappeared
don't
once you let go.
All right, let me close the server real quick, and maybe something happened that you weren't able to see now because I don't know. Yeah, let me disconnect it real quick here.
Oh boy.
Then I'll start it up again. All right. Okay. Yours connecting too, Mike.
Wait.
All right. There we go. Oh, the other mic. Both mics. I see that now. Yeah, Mike, you were connected first, so you were like spot on, like Johnny on the spot there. It's pretty good. All right.
I'm in the bar.
Okay. I'll just.
Oh, now I'm in the woods.
Okay. Can anybody see?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't see any tokens, but I
Oh,
can
no.
see the map. Yeah, there.
Okay.
I saw you move him.
Oh
Nice.
my goodness. You are listed as a player. I have absolutely no idea.
I mean, I could use my imagination. I've done it a few times before, so.
Let's see if we go. Now, if I take you here,
Ah.
you
Hey,
guys are in a different spot.
I can see that just fine.
What about
And I can-
tokens?
I can see the tokens just fine, and I got my darkness vision and everything.
Stupid. Cool.
It's just the one map.
The
For
one
whatever
map
reason.
is just not gonna do it today, huh?
Can I even move? Yeah, I can even move my guy. Wow. Okay. Oh shit.
What? What
There we
happened?
go. So I couldn't grab my character.
I got you. I'll help you out.
God.
Okay.
Call me the game break.
It's a different one. Here. You guys able to see these characters then too?
Yes.
These tokens?
Yep.
Right. All of you, right? Kovac, you
Yep,
can see them too?
yep,
All
yep.
right, cool. Just want to make sure. Because that's awesome. All right. Move everybody just back down here. I just want to have everybody on the map to have like a view, basically. You guys back here. Okay. So, Lilith, you said you were at the back, right? You said you were taking a rear guard?
Yeah.
I just couldn't hear Doug.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's all right. So as you're walking, Ella will be in the back, kind of near you here. Kerr, you said you were taking front.
Yep.
Okay. Kovac, you're behind him.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to be directly behind, just kind of off to the left, off to the
Yeah,
right?
off to the side's fine.
And Rith, you were off behind. Uh-oh. He got disconnected again. Did it kick you out of the server there, Tim?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. It
Nope,
showed
now I
you
am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say it showed you disconnected. Okay, you're back. And are you on the bar again, or?
Yeah, I'm where I'm at.
Is that where you're going to be?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And Rowan, where were you standing at then too?
Just in the middle somewhere, yeah.
Okay, so behind Rith.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be in a straight line. But...
Sure, that's fine. All right. This guy will move up here. So Kivin's guards are kind of a little bit spaced. One's up slightly in front of you, Rith. Back into your right there, Kovac. The other one's going to be off to the side over here, in front of Kivin. Ella will be back there in the rear guard with you, Lilith. So you guys come to the forest area where you were before. Some of the corpses are still there from battling the wolves. So there's the two that you... Well, I should say there's 2 corpses left because you took 2 of the wolf pelts, correct?
I took 3.
3 of the wolf pelts. Okay.
Yep.
So the final wolf is there. Body looks to been torn a little bit. Like some scavengers were probably at the body after you guys had fought it. But you can still see its fur is definitely the same coloration. Some of the cartilage protrusions coming from through the skin are a little bit more evident. As you can see, a little bit more cartilage built up around the joints and kind of protruding out, and not quite spiky type protrusions, but definitely little nubules, kind of. Kivin and Ella will both stop and take a look for a moment. And, comment, are these the beasts that you fought the first time you came out?
Yeah.
Interesting. Quite different than anything I've ever seen here before. You said, and what was their behavior?
Aggressive.
Far more than normal, you say?
Yeah. Wolves tend to steer clear of humans in general. These came right up to us.
Interesting. Well, hopefully we don't find any more of the such on our way there. Please continue. Lead on.
Sure.
All right. So this puts you. You think you're, from what you remember last time, Kerr, this puts you about 15 to 30 minutes from the location where you were before. You come up to it. It is fairly dark in there again. It's most of you that have any kind of daytime vision, you are limited down to about half of your normal vision. So I'll go ahead and yep, it's already at night. Okay. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and lead them on.
First I'll use Druidcraft to ignite my club again, so I have a torch.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think you're already set up for. Let's see. T. All right. Does that work for you? Is it showing
Yeah,
you?
It's got a different circle now.
Okay, very good.
All right.
And all right, guys, go ahead and move as you'd like. All right, so they will stick with you here. Okay. All right. So, Courage, you get a little bit closer towards the front there. Just outside of your vision, you watch as a very familiar blue, icy blue bolt shoots forward. 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. You take 3 points of damage. So you guys can all. I know you guys are kind of all staying in time. So, Rith, I know you were close to them, right? Or were you fanning out to the side?
I was starting to fan out towards the side
Okay.
as we were coming in.
Yep. So, all right. So that is where we're going to start here. If you guys want to go ahead and roll initiative. Okay.
Yuck.
What?
The whole
Oh, your
group.
initiative. That's real good.
Jeez.
And none of you guys are all sitting all that great, are you? So many there. Whatever. Okay. Did I just do everybody? I did. Nice. Let me get everybody added here. He's here, I think. Ella, so Ella goes before her. And then Rowan, you rolled a 10, right?
Yes.
Looks like. Okay. You will be
Hey, Bob, I don't know if you meant to, but we can see their initiatives on our chat.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Nah, it's okay. You guys will know them when they happen anyhow. So I didn't mean I had everybody highlighted to add everybody to the initiative, so it's fine.
Gotcha. We just hadn't seen it last time, so I just wanted to make sure you were aware.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, you guys will have visibility on who you see, so. Sorry, I lost track of where I was there. Let's see. 10 was Rowan. Oh, actually, Kovac, you had 11, didn't you? Haha. So you're above Rowan. And then Lilith was 8. Kivin was above there with a 9. 8. Okay. There we go. All right, so Connor, one of the guards, is first here. He has limited vision as well, since he only has standard vision, so he can see out to what you see. So he'll go ahead and move up to here, and he'll move up in front of you, kind of in the direction that he had seen the bolt come from. He sees something there, and he will... He's using a spear, so he has a couple of spears on him. He takes one and launches it. You can see curve from kind of into the direction that you saw the attack come from. He's got disadvantage, which is unfortunate because that was a nice 20. Oh, so in the dark, he kind of misjudges where the positioning is, lets it fly, and you can kind of hear it go thum as it hits a tree and impales itself into there. So next, oh, yeah. So Rith, you can. Do you see that come into your vision there?
I do.
Okay, and Kovac, you can see it as well.
Yep.
All right, so out of the darkness from behind the boulder that was off to the left there that you remember by the ice formation comes this two-headed dog. It's huge, roughly about the same size as some of the wolves you would have encountered previously. So, and its mouth is like hanging over the two heads, the tongue's kind of lolling out to the side. You can see the saliva just kind of dripping from it, and it charges out of the darkness. Just continue forward down and come right up to you, Rith. So that is its go. Next is this guy right here. Kovac, you can see him too, I'm guessing. Correct?
Yep.
I think you're the only one.
Yeah.
So he moves over to the side here. Going to fire another blast. So I'm guessing a 5 misses you, correct, Kerr? You're probably okay from that. All right. So it raises his hand again. Not necessarily shook by the spear that came close to it, but a little bit distracted, and fires a blast that goes off far to your right and like ends up hitting a bush that is off and behind you. He moves there, kind of behind a tree and out of sight of everybody. Then next up is Ella. she will start off with. Yeah, I think that's a good space for her to start with. Going to cast. She's going to move first to get up to here. And she's going to cast Bless on Kovac, Rith, and Rawl back here. So the two of you get an add extra D4 to any attack rolls, ability checks, or saves. So, and then she will kind of drop back into the middle here.
That's only once?
Nope. So it's basically until she loses concentration. So.
Oh, okay.
So it's an ongoing thing. All right. So Kerr, you're up.
So the bolts are coming from like over here.
Yep.
Okay.
You saw it like right here. I didn't mean to go back. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay. So first, I'm going to summon the Hawk Totem. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to put it here.
Okay.
It's got a 30-foot radius.
Sure.
Anyone in that radius has advantage on attack checks and perception checks.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to cast Fairy Fire where I saw that bolt come from.
Okay. That is a dexterity save, correct?
Yes, dexterity save.
Fails. All right, so I don't know if you can see him necessarily. He's outside of your.
It's a 20-foot, or you have a 60-foot range, and it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So you hit. He does light up. He is behind the tree. Like this is him right here. He's behind the tree about 10 feet.
Okay.
He's 1 up and 2 over from there. So anybody who's can see you do see him right here. He's just kind of lit up like a. What color are your flames, by the way?
Haven't the foggiest. Since I've been going with purple for everything, it's probably purple.
All right. He's lit up in purple harmless flames. He does not look happy about it. So, all right, Kerr, that's your go. Kovac, I don't know, does that hawk totem give any kind of? Does it look like a hawk totem, or does
Yeah,
it
it's
give
a ghostly hawk shape.
Okay, so you see a ghostly hawk shape appear, in front of you about 20 feet, and all of a sudden your vision, like it was pretty good in the dark anyhow, but it is so much more keen. Like the detail is phenomenal now. You're looking in like 4K. It's pretty awesome.
All right.
So you can see that guy over here, behind the tree. What is? Go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure.
With advantage.
With advantage, and a +4 to it, I think.
And a +4, yeah. So 25.
Well, it's a D4. Sorry, a D4. So just roll a D4.
D4.
Yeah, roll a D4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, roll a D4. Okay.
25.
25. All right, you see that guy too.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that's fun. And that is Rith next to that dog. Okay. 20.
Give me just 1 second here. I need to check one other thing.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, no, he's fine. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So you move over there. All right. Next up is Rowan.
Move actually here. And I'll take a shot at this guy up here on the left. This guy.
Okay, go right ahead.
Remember, you have advantage.
You have advantage.
Rift disconnected again.
Tell him to stop it.
All right, 22 does hit on the first one. So you do 4 points of damage to him. All right. Okay. And that was with your bow, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you take a shot, fire into the bow, fire with your bow, and kind of grazes across like his thigh, cutting open a pretty decent sized cut on his thigh there, exposing the pale skin underneath again.
Uh-oh.
Next up is Kivin, who is going to move to the side here. I can take a shot at the guy behind the tree there. With advantage. Ooh.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so yeah, he takes a shot. Advantage really helps out because the first one would have missed. So even with the guy's half cup, like 3/4 cover that he has, Kevin locks onto him with the flames and puts a arrow straight into the creature's shoulder. You can hear behind the tree as he kind of like spins a little bit. Becomes a little bit more visible to you guys there for just a moment, until he kind of presses himself back up against the wall, against that tree there, and he moves 5 feet back, and that is his go. One here. This way. Chill touch. So ghostly hand just kind of reaches out at you, Kovac, for 15 to hit.
Negative.
This is correct. All right. And it tries to grab at you, and you just duck out of the way, or it wraps around your shield for a moment, and it's cold. I mean, you can feel the cold kind of radiating off of it, but it doesn't take hold on you at all. So that's its go. Lilith.
Okay. So, let's see. Would that put me in range of the totem?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you'd be. Yeah, so.
I'm going to take a shot at the guy on the right behind the tree.
And you have regular vision, correct?
I do. But he's
the
lit
guy
up with
behind the
fairy
tree.
fire.
The guy behind the tree. Okay. Yep. So, he is about in 3/4 cover right there.
Okay.
Because he's behind the trunk. So, basically 3/4 cover adds 5 to the AC.
Okay.
Go ahead. Some good rolls. Nice. Yeah, 25 will hit. Go ahead and roll your sneak attack as well. right, so a total of 12 damage on him. Nice shot. So you don't see much, but as Kivin takes his shot and hits him in the shoulder, you see the guy's leg, or the Darkling's leg, kind of poke out from the other side just for a moment, and it's just enough. You pull back with your bow and just put one straight through the thigh.
Shot him in the knee.
He used to be an adventurer.
He did, and now he's just a guy with an arrow in his knee. So, but that looked like it's a pretty deep wound. That was a good. You feel pretty good about that shot.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay, doing anything with your bonus action?
I am going to hide behind Rowan.
Thanks.
Okay. I mean, the guys on the side, anyone on the side's still going to be able to see you pretty well, but
Yes.
that's fine. Yep. Go ahead and make your hide check.
And which
See.
one is that?
It should be
Let's see.
stealth.
Should be my stealth. Yeah.
Yep. You feel pretty good about it, though. I mean, you're small, sneaky. Who's going to see you?
Confidence is key.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, so this guy here is going to charge up next to you, Rith, and take a swing.
Oh.
Take a
Is he
swing.
in the totem to get advantage?
Not quite. He's just outside of range of it.
Okay.
Because it's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
And, well, let's see. You put it... It's kind of diagonal to where Kovac is, or is it next to where Kovac
It
is?
should be right here.
Oh, right there. Oh, you moved back. You moved it. You moved up. That's right. No, yeah, he's within range. So
Okay.
he will swing at it, and he does have a +4 that he can add. 3 gives him a 12. I think. Whew. Yeah, so with the bless, you see like his hands like going off to the side for a moment, and then like this mystical force just kind of like pushes it over a little bit, and he manages to connect and shave off a bit of like fur from this big old dog and make a pretty decent sized wound in it. So he tried. He really tried. All right, Rith, you're up.
I will rage
There you go.
and swing my hammer, telling the dog, "Taste hammer."
Okay, go right ahead. You are within range, so you get advantage,
And bless.
There
which
you
is good, and bless. So, and not that it really. The 19 hits. So, all right. So you do 12 damage. Okay. Great. So you smash into the side of it. Dog seems pretty tough. You don't really hear any cracks or anything, but it's a solid hit. You just don't hear that satisfying crunch of bones that you're used to. It's a little bit disappointing. There's a little bit of fur locked into. Are you using the Tiamat side again, or using the Bahamut side?
I would use the Bahamut side on this one.
Okay, so the dragon fangs in that one come away with a little bit of fur attached to it, but you see a little bit of like black blood come out of it, and satisfying at least that you got that in. So anything else you're doing?
I think
put
that's
where you
it
are?
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still have movement,
No,
so-
actually, I'll 5 foot free here.
Well, as long as you stay within its range, you can move.
Oh,
Because there's no,
well then
you don't
I
have
would
5
do-
feet of free movement, so you, yeah, okay, that's good. All right, so pop out. Take a shot. Oh, so terrible. All right, so a couple of arrows go flying by Kivin and miss him and kind of land in the ground behind you, Lilith. An arrow does. So not quite sure where. I mean, kind of came from your side to the right of you, over in like this direction over here. You think? So, but it's just outside of your range. Kivin does call out that something came out from behind the tree over here, about 40 feet from him. It do it turn. One. Out and charges up to him. Another one of the dogs comes charging out from behind the tree over there. Makes it all the way up to Connor. Doesn't get an opportunity to attack this time around, but it is right there. And then we'll shot. Misses again. Fantastic. All right, so another thing pops out. Yeah, Kovac, you can kind of see it from slightly over. I mean, its head's barely visible from by the pedestal over here, by the pillar. So you see a small little head just pop out from behind the tree over here, take a shot at Connor, the other guard, and it sails wildly way over. You can kind of hear in the distance as it hits the stream behind you. So back to the top with Connor. He's got a death dog in front of him here. He will go ahead and grab his spear with both hands and thrust out at it. He is inside range of that, so he will get advantage on it. Second attack hits and digs pretty deep. Digs a pretty good gash into its foreleg. So that is his go. Death dog over here turns and is going to make an attack on you, Rith.
Bring it.
So first one, it snaps out with the first head. Misses with an 8, so you just kind of backhand it as it comes in. It yelps a little bit as you're backhanding with the other one, the other one comes in and latches onto your leg and just kind of like grabs on and starts ripping and tearing at you for a total of like 3 damage, so reduced down to 1 for your rage. Real effective attack.
Yep.
I do need to make a con save. All right.
Oh.
So its saliva that you notice is it has a slight you only notice this now, but it has a slight tinged color to it. It's not like a regular dog's saliva that you've seen before. You feel a disease kind of, you feel something creep into you, and it makes you feel weak for just a moment. So no other effects right now, though. As you're kind of laughing off the initial impact, something surges into your veins and just makes your legs go kind of wobbly for a moment. It's really disconcerting. It makes you angry. So that is its go. This guy is getting pelted by everybody, so he just kind of pops out to the side there. And was not really a big fan of what you did, Lilith. So he's going to go ahead and fire an Eldritch Blast at you. That's terrible. It flies off to your right, misses with a 9, I'm guessing, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. So he
I'll
goes to
double
steady
check, yeah.
himself to make his shot, and that arrow in the knee is really causing him issues because he just kind of, it doesn't want to support him, and he just lurches off to the left a little bit, and the shot sails wide. He goes ahead and takes the rest of his movement and moves back over here. Still visible. I mean, even though he's kind of behind the tree, but you guys know exactly where he is. Ella's go. Nope. She is a gnome. They have dark vision, so she can... Okay. Can't quite see him over there. But... All right. She'll go ahead and move over in this direction. She goes ahead and casts a spell over here as a white flame kind of leaps out and tries to envelop the guy over there. He fails at his save, so she does 6 points of damage as these white radiant flames just kind of wash over the guy, burning away a little bit of his clothing and just generally making life kind of miserable for him too. So, oh, there we go. All right, and that is her go. Has anyone really been hit yet, aside from you, Kerr?
Oh.
Nope.
Aside from Rith too, but your wound looks pretty superficial. So, all right, that's her go. Kerr.
All right. Let's see. I will double move to get in front of Kivin,
Okay.
since he's getting shot at.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action to put the hawk right on Rowan.
Okay.
I am the hawk.
All right.
The hawk only gives advantage to attacks, right?
And perception checks.
Oh, and perception checks. Okay.
Yep. So, all right. So Rowan, the hawk is on top of you, just kind of flutters over, and yeah, it's a
Great.
ghostly aspiration.
Now I'm gonna be
apparition.
distracted.
You are. It's a good thing you have advantage. All right, Kovac.
Hello there.
Swing away.
Yes, and we'll this isn't the one that Ella hit, is it?
It is.
It is. Oh.
Yep.
Then we will action surge this as well, so.
Okay. Ooh, 17, yeah. So that's, wow, 12 damage. Nice shot on that first one there.
Yeehaw.
All right, so you bite into him pretty good. He's looking kind of hurt. Not necessarily wounded, you would say, but that first shot did a pretty good chunk of damage out of him.
All right.
Go ahead and make your second
see what
attack
this
for your
does,
action
then.
surgery. 19 to hit. Nice. So 8 more points of damage. Yeah. He's... After those 2 hits, I mean, Ella's washed over him pretty good. And the fire, even though not real fire, was radiant, so it didn't seem to. He kind of averted his eyes a little bit as it hit him. With that momentary distraction, you just come in and just make a couple of quick slashes, and yeah, that's pretty good damage. You can see those 2 wounds are pretty deep, so looking pretty bloodied.
All right.
Right. Rowan.
I'm gonna move here and take another shot at the same guy that he was just attacking.
The same one.
Darkling
Go
one.
Elder
I think,
over here?
Or Elder, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This guy, right over here.
Yep.
Okay. A crit.
Oh, I don't need to roll again then.
No, you do not.
I wasn't even
All
looking.
right,
I was just focused on the
6,
trying to
12,
roll again.
14. So yeah. You guys just both take advantage of it. Rolling, seeing Kovac come in and just dice this guy up a little bit. You decide, you know what? Why hit him across the chest when I can just put one through his eye? And just as he's trying to shield his eyes, you just put one right in between his eyes. It just goes right through the bridge of the nose, comes out the back. Kovac watches. Just as you're slicing through him, he just gets hit again and just it just gets flown backwards with an arrow right between his eyes. So he is
I'm a kill stealer. I'm sorry.
gone. Good shot.
Less work I got to do.
That's right. That's a heck of a time to crit. So you did just enough damage to him to take him out. So, all right. Are you moving at all anymore?
Yeah, I'll come back this direction.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Lilith.
Okay. So it's a D6?
Yeah. I was gonna do Kovac, but I accidentally
so
killed the
now
guy in
it's-
front of him.
That was just an
I mean-
accident.
Hey, crit happens, you know.
All right. So now it's Kivin's go. Kurz, you step in front of him. He'll thank you for the stepping in front of him there and giving some protection. Rowan, how far did you move? Forgot where you were.
25. It was 15 over and then 10 back. I was
Okay.
directly above Lilith.
Right. Okay. And then you move 10. Okay, so you 15 over and 10 back. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
right here.
It should be.
So he's
right
just out
there.
of range. He's
Yeah,
just
it's
out of
right here.
range of it. Okay. So he will. He's going to take another shot at the guy that's hiding behind the tree. He'll have advantage on it. Good thing. Didn't matter. All right. So he takes a shot, and this one he pegs into the tree. Missing his target that time. The next guy up is gone because he's dead. There we go. Lilith.
Okay. So I am going to move right there to get a little bit better angle. Do I have a better angle on the fairy fire lit up guy?
No, I mean he's still basically like you can see his outline. Like the tree that he's hiding behind is right here, and this is him.
Okay.
So if you want to get a better angle, you'd actually, where were you at? Move back to where you were.
I was right next to Rowan there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, you'd have a better angle right there than where you moved to. Where you moved to, he's actually almost got entire cover. Like you can you can't even see him.
All right. Well, I'll just
if you
stay
want
there,
better
then.
movement, you'd you'd probably move up a little bit. Might give you or move diagonally 15 feet, and you probably have a little bit better of an angle, but it wouldn't be much. Wouldn't be enough to really make a difference.
Okay.
Still
Well,
about
I will
3/4
just
cover.
take a shot now.
Go ahead.
From there.
At
Thank goodness
advantage.
for advantage.
There you
Think
go.
that
That's
should be
what you
okay.
needed. Yep. That's what you needed. A little bit more then. So add your
Roll.
sneak.
Sneak attack.
Another 12 damage in total. Nice.
Yes.
All right. So you put one into his other shoulder that's exposed, just kind of peppering this guy's joints with all kinds of shots. He's having a rough day. So anything else you want to do with your movement or bonus action or anything?
Can I attack again with my bonus action?
Only if you're dual wielding.
Okay.
You could use your bonus action to attack, but
All right.
the offhand.
So I am I'm good right there.
Okay. So the guy with you there, Rith, on the death dog's gonna make his attack with his big old longsword. First one's good enough to hit for 8 more damage. Okay. So he slices into its flank. As the dog's kind of turned and focused on you, so makes pretty good attack on him. And your go, Rith.
All right, I'm gonna swing at him.
All right, you still have advantage due to the hawk, so. All right, 21 will hit, so 16 damage. All right. What would you like to do as you crush this creature? Or how would you like to kill it?
I would like to hit it from one head to the other. Kind of like a bobblehead.
Sorry, I missed what you said because I froze.
As I swing, I'm gonna hit the head that hit me, and that head's gonna smack into the other head.
Okay. All right. So you smack the two heads together, crushing one side, and the force of the blow carries over and smashes into the temple of the other one, and the dog kind of drops with a sad little, and then you move off.
And I will move over there.
Okay. All right. So is your go? So this guy's gonna pop out and take a shot at you, Kerr, since you stood in front of the other guy. Rolls a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And you have a torch right now, right?
Yep.
All right. So he doesn't get sneak attack because you do know where he is, kind of. I mean, you have the ability to see a vague outline, so it's not necessarily a sneak attack. So you take 5 points of damage as an arrow.
Nope.
It hits you with it hits into your leather armor, but doesn't really penetrate fully, just a little, and the arrowhead gets through a little bit. So he moves off this way, kind of ducking behind this tree over here. You still have most of the vision on him, but he's hiding over there now. This one here is going to go ahead and attack Connor again. That's terrible. So, 2 heads attack. This guy's pretty nimble, so he takes his spear and kind of hits it with the butt on one side, and then real quick deflects the other head with the spearhead part. Doing a fine bit of work keeping himself safe. So his go. Death Dog's go. The other Darkling over here. Here. Okay. So this one over here moves behind the tree, tries to kind of conceal himself and then come out here to take a shot at Connor. Doesn't succeed at all. Takes one. Connor keeps his eyes on him the entire time, and when he pokes his head out, he is able to kind of use the dog as cover, so the Darkling doesn't quite get a good shot on him. It fires an arrow that sails off wide and to the right, just kind of passing by over this way. So, Rith, you kind of hear it go past you in your direction.
Okay.
So, that is their go. Back to Connor's going to go ahead and make his attack on the Death Dog again. He is within range, so he will get advantage. Cool, same one. All right, so he does 10 damage to it as he stabs it again, kind of slowly and methodically taking the dog apart. This one is dead. So that dog is gone. This guy over here, he's having a hell of a time. Pop out and fire a blast at you, Lilith. Nope. So takes a shot again. Can't quite get his arm up due to the arrow that you put it in last time, and it kind of explodes into the ground about 30 feet away from him. So he ducks back again and tries to get up there. Ella's turn. She will. Yeah. She will fire another sacred flame at the dog that's over there in front of Connor. It fails its saving throw, so she does 2 points of damage to it. Real impressive. The radiant flames kind of lick over its body. Don't really seem to impact it too much, but the dog seems to freak out a little bit, thinking it's on fire for just a moment until they dissipate. Back to you, Kerr.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
What are your potion rules again?
If it's on your belt, you can use a bonus action to
bonus
take...
action.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do first. I'll use my bonus action to take the one potion I have.
Okay.
That's a D8.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4.
Yeah, the small ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, 2d4 plus 2. So it'd be you get
minus
6.
2 off that.
Yeah, you get 6.
Sorry.
Which I think is about, it's almost the damage you took. So. Yep.
All right, and then as my action, I will use Druidcraft, and I'll lean over to Kivin. I'll be like, let's change the way his tactics have to work. and I'll whisper to the spirits and ask them to light the things fletching on fire to just ruin all his arrows.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're catching arrows on fire.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. It's quite the shock considering that he's kind of got his hand there ready to draw another one, and then all of a sudden just kind of sparks from him and takes his hand away. Roll me a roll me 2d6. And then add your wisdom. What's your wisdom modifier?
That'd be 12.
12 total. Okay. All right. So it catches and you can see some of the arrows do light on fire. Maybe not all of the fletching, but you took out at least 12 of them. So he's like, he has to search at this point. So he may or may not get an attack this next time as he's trying to find a working arrow. So Kivin gives a little snigger as you he snickers a little bit as he sees in the distance, and you have a hard time seeing where he is necessarily, but it lights up for just a moment, and it's a little amusing moment that you guys have between you. All right. Anything else you wanted to do?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Kovac.
Well, let's go ahead and loot the guy in front of me.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you killed him. Actually, I needed you to make a...
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Constitution saving throw.
Hmm.
Because he explodes when he dies. So you're actually blind during this turn. Yep. And then you take 8 points of radiant damage as he ignites into like a phosphorus flame. So it's anyone. Actually, I do need Rowan, since you were looking over in that direction as well as Ella. So I need you two to make Constitution saving throws as well. All right, you're good. And Ella's good. Okay, so yeah, Kovac, your turn comes up, and you spend the time kind of blinking away the spots that are in your eye. So,
all right,
you can attempt to feel the ground in front of you if you'd like, but
no,
you're kind of blinded at this point. As you guys just remembered, these guys explode.
I remembered when I saw the arrow go into his head, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yep. And actually, Kovac, you never really even saw it before. Like you were chasing that one guy around, and you were behind
that's true.
You were behind the archway the entire time, and they told you that they explode. And now you're like, "Holy shit, they do!" God, that hurts. Why did I do this? So, all right, that's your go. And Rowan, you're up.
I'm gonna move this way.
Okay.
And oh, I can see that guy now.
Visible. Yeah, you can see the other guy behind the tree over here too.
Yeah. We'll take a shot at number a little 2 over here, because the other guy might be a little harder to see because he's kind of behind a tree.
He has about half cover.
Yeah.
So the other one's out in the open. So you have. You have advantage because you are still
close enough.
Just
okay.
20, yeah, 20 will hit. So that's 6 damage to him. All right, so sink an arrow into him. Seemed to hurt him pretty good. Next up is Kivin. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna fire at the guy that keeps running away. All right. With advantage, he manages to get one into the Darkling's side, right below the ribs, and as he does, you can kind of see that. You guys see the flames kind of like lean and against the tree that he's right next to. So he's looking, based on the posture, it looks pretty hurt. So Lilith, you're up.
All right, fire away.
Go ahead. Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and add your sneak. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah. You sink the arrow into him. His posture indicated he was pretty dang close to keeling over. Where would you? Yeah, I guess with the way you're shooting, you're kind of just trying to shoot towards center mass because that's about the best you can gauge. I mean, you would go for something a little flashier, but can't really make out body parts at this point.
I want to shoot in his other leg if I can hit it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I'll allow you to do that. So, you shoot him in the other leg, and if you could see it, the spray of blood that comes out as you sever that femoral artery is pretty awesome. Like it paints the tree that's right next to him, and he just falls over and blood gushing out of his body at this point. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you and Kivin are both kind of looking over that direction. So as he explodes in a blast of light again, go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw. I'll give you advantage on it due to your distance away. Okay.
Boy, we just cannot Constitution save for the life of.
Kivin succeeds. Lilith, it does blind you as well. So as the light explodes, you're like, son of a bitch, it did it again. And the darkness goes from being like night to noonday sun, and you just were looking right at it. So you'll be blinking the spots out of your eyes until the end of your next turn. So all right, this guy's up. He will run off over here towards Kivin and hold his position there. Rith.
I will move there.
To the other
and
dog?
I will swing at this dog.
Okay. You are within range of the totem, so you'll have advantage.
I will take that advantage ever so
Nice.
slightly.
Nice. All right, so 25 will definitely hit. So you do 18 to it. All right. How would you like to kill this one?
Right through the spine, the back.
Like coming down on top of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you come over, scream any catchphrase.
Taste hammer.
Taste hammer again. So it's kind of odd. I mean, Connor is a little bit perplexed as to why you'd tell it to taste hammer when you're hitting it directly in the back. It's a little hard there, but semantics aside, it's pretty brutal because its spine just caves and its body just bends in half the wrong way. You hit it so hard that you like rupture its insides, and you hear a sickening little as it explodes from the bottom, basically. So,
So I still have 10 feet I can move, so I will move.
Okay.
That way, because there's still things going on that way, right?
from what you can see from where you were, let's see. When you get there, you can kind of see the guy in the trees there in the distance. He's a little bit shadowy, so that's 5 feet of movement. But other than that, you're not really sure because the one that does
okay,
fairy
then I
fire
will-
end when something dies?
I
I
don't
think it
know.
does. No, it probably still lights up the corpse, doesn't it? Well, if there was a corpse, it would.
It lasts for a full minute.
Okay. Well, if there was anything left to illuminate of it, it would be there. But we'll say for this intents purposes, it's gone because there's nothing left. Except, I guess the ashes could be a little bit sparkly. Yeah. There's like a pile of ash on the ground that has a nice little blue flame purple flame coming off of it.
Glitter
in the
now.
distance. Yeah. No. He just glitter bombed. All right. So. Okay. Okay, well, these guys don't necessarily like the way the things are going, but let's see, it's right here. All right, so it runs up and actually kind of does a little hitch and sprints towards you, like almost like a gallop. Dashes closer towards you and pulls out a small dagger and stabs at you with an 11.
It's a miss.
That's a miss. So it's pretty taken back by the fact that you just burned up most of its arrows, and instead of trying to find one that would work, because it was fidgeting back there and finding nothing but smooth shaft, smooth shaft, smooth shaft, smooth shaft, son of a bitch, and just runs forward with the dagger. And for such a giant creature you are compared to this guy, he stabs and you just kind of like shift your leg out of the way because that's about all he can hit. And he misses. So next one up here. See, Rowan, you shot at it, so it's gonna go ahead and fire back. Ooh, 24 to hit.
Just barely.
Just barely. Okay.
Yeah.
That is 7 points of damage as it shoots you with its short bow. And then so it runs behind this tree and goes to like hide, like just to try to break cover, and trips on one of the branches as it's going by, and you hear a whole bunch of leaves shuffling. And whoever speaks Sylvan goes, son of a bitch, shit, god damn it, and gets up and dusting itself off, presses itself against the tree, but it's not hidden at all. So next up is Connor. he will go off in the direction of the sound. Get to about here and make his way up there. Okay. Darkling is gone. Next up is Ella. She will yep, she'll cast Sacred Flame on that guy again. He fails his saving throw yet again. He takes a full 8 points of damage. Is that the first time? Yeah. All right. First damage he's taken. He seems a little bit freaked out for a moment as these white flames lick over him. Kerr, you can kind of see there's a lot of panic in his eyes as he's as they wash over him quickly and then dissipate, and more stunned now than anything. But she'll move up here, and Kerr, you're up.
All right, I will move to this side of him.
Okay.
I will apologize and then cast Shillelagh and whack him.
All right. You apologizing in Sylvan, I take it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Since you know that's what they speak, so. So you apologize and tell him that you're sorry, and he just kind of watches you turn around, and he's like, yeah, I kind of had this coming. So as you brain him over the head and like really have to reach down, so there's just more force going behind this thing than normal. He does explode and white light again. Not you, Rowan, not you, Lilith, or Rith. So Kivin has to make a save. Go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw, Kerr.
Nope. No.
Oh.
Oh shit. All right. He's fine. And Ella's okay. All the NPCs are great, guys. They're just like, oh no, it's gonna explode. Cover your eyes. So
having to lean in to hit it. I think closer.
Oh man. Yeah, you were just like looking directly into it like a kaleidoscope that just exploded in your face. It's pretty great. So all right, Kovac, you can see again.
Yay.
Are you gonna loot him then?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, you saw from behind you now. As your vision clears, another like white flash comes off from behind you, and you're like, "I'm not looking." I fell for that once already. I'm done with that. All right, go ahead and make your investigation check.
Oof. Man.
There's some ash here. There's some ash. So. Yeah. You must still have some spots in your eyes because it's hard to see what's here, but this guy's definitely a pile of ash now. So,
all right.
Rowan.
I'm gonna healing word on Kovac.
Okay. All right. So you get 6 hit points back.
All right.
It's like
Feeling
the
good.
minimum.
Yeah.
Even your worst, even for a healing word though, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it helps that my modifier is more than the dice even itself.
So, as Kovac, as you're trying to search this thing, another like just almost flash of white light comes from behind you. And you're like, son of a bitch! Oh no, this actually feels pretty good. This is a whole lot different. So those little burns that you had on your skin try to start to soothe over, and they don't sting nearly as much. More of an annoyance now at this point, but
awesome.
Kivin's go. He will step forward and actually draw his short sword, his rapier that he has on his side. He does have.
Is that guy dead?
Flanking. Oh, the one that's right there. Yeah, sorry, he is dead. Actually, sorry. Thanks. No. He will step by then and to there. Yeah, he'll take a ranged attack at that guy then. Ooh. Would have hit, except the guy's behind. Got about half cover behind the tree there, so it going for center mass of the guy, and then as it gets close, it kind of just ricochets off the tree at the last second, missing the guy that's hiding behind the tree there. So, Lilith.
Well, I'm blind.
Yes.
So last I saw, there was somebody up this way. So I'm gonna kind of feel around that way.
Sure.
Until I get about right there and get to Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan, something grabs your butt.
What the?
It's about the height you are, so I mean that's.
I can't see.
I get that a lot.
And that's my turn.
All right. Fine. He will kind of step up here and take his position in front of Kivin. Rith.
Well, I will move, I guess, this way? Did I see that guy? He popped behind here? Behind that big tree in front of me?
You would have, heard it.
Okay.
There was a commotion over there and some language.
So that's 30 feet.
I mean, you saw Connor kind of going off that way, too, so, I mean, it's... You can see the direction that he's looking. Yeah, as soon as you get there, I mean, which way are you going?
We'll go this way.
Okay, so as you get there, yeah, you see that guy there.
All right, I will step back here then.
Okay. That it for you?
Yeah, which because I did not attack. If I read the rules right,
you lose your rage. Yep.
Yes.
So. From behind the tree, you just hear this little squeak of rage as he comes charging around the side here, just pulling out a dagger and lunging at Connor. But Cry gives it away, and Connor just kind of bats it away with the hilt of his spear that he's got there, completely missing. So he, in response, grabs the shaft of his spear with two hands and takes a swing. I think just hits. All right, so he rolls 14, just hits, and. Oof. Runs him straight through, piercing right through the little darkling's ribs. He's still up, but kind of wheezing heavily. Looks like on his last leg at this point. He's barely able to stand. Ella's. I think she can. Oh, wow. Oh, she can. Okay. She's going to go ahead and do another Sacred Flame here. And I think she still gets it. Ooh, no. So flames lick out towards him, and somehow, either it's because Connor's in front of him, or just his positioning or whatnot, but she misplaces it, and he's able to kind of slip, and the flames fall harmlessly next to him. Kerr, it's your go.
I will curse in giant, and I'll try to pull the hawk towards me, but I'll get it like just maybe like just 3 squares. I can't get the arrow to pop up, and that's all I'll do.
So it goes here.
One more.
Here.
Yep, right there.
Okay. Okay. So Rowan and Lilith, you'll still have it. Ella has it. That's it. Okay. Kovac.
All right. And I'll just start moving this way.
There's a dead dog. There's a dead dog. I mean, yeah, Rith's a little bit out of distance for you, but
yeah.
All right. So Rowan.
Just gonna move down this way and just
Got it.
Just kind of chill this round.
Okay. He's like, yeah, pretty relaxed now. I mean, not a whole lot else to do. All right. Kivin will go ahead and take his shot. Oof. So he fires an arrow. Like I said, this Darkling was really on his last legs at this point. Arrow just digs in right above the giant hole that Connor Spear made in the little Darkling, and he bursts into flames. So that's mainly those guys. So yeah, Rith, you'll just need to make one con save. Cool. You're good. So he bursts into flames. He's protecting. He's natural 20. Woo! He barely turns away in time. And
no, he was shooting at him. Said he was shooting at him.
Yeah. And she rolls a natural 20. Wow. All right. So, with that one, you guys don't see anything else that makes an appearance.
I'll move there and search the dude.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay. You do spot a dagger on him. It does look different than most daggers you've seen before as well. So.
Okay. I'll just grab it.
All right.
I'd like to just kind of like wander just a little bit and like not too far, but like just to make sure that I don't see anything else. Oh
okay.
no!
Go ahead
now
and
I'm stuck under her. Okay.
There you go. I mean, there are worse places to be stuck.
That's
right?
true.
I mean,
he probably enjoys being stuck there, to be honest.
Right? I was gonna say stuck. It's like his end day.
Yes.
Right.
Such a
9. That was awesome. Yeah.
He's in range of the hawk. You should get advantage on that.
For some of it.
Yeah, it is perception, I guess, huh?
I mean, if you're wandering around,
true.
You can make 2 of them. So if you want to add your modifier, you can do advantage on this one, and then do a second one without advantage.
That makes sense because I probably walked away from it at one point in time.
Yeah. So make your second check. Okay. So within range of the hawk, you're pretty confident that there's nothing there. I mean, your eyes are really good right now. Further away you get, you don't seem to notice anything either. So
I'm gonna search this darkling here under by Kerr that has been destroyed.
okay, go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I get it. Do I get advantage on that?
No,
No,
it's perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some ash. So
But they're flanking. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, you sift your hands through, and there's a pile of ash, and you just get disinterested in it pretty quickly. Kind of disappointed. You expected more, but whatever. You do see a regular looking bow though. It's on top, so, and some arrows that don't really have any fletching left on them. You might be able to
I'll pick up the
repurpose
bow.
those if you wanted to.
I'll,
Picking up
I'll-
the bow.
Yeah, I'll take the bow.
Okay. Okay.
Is it a short bow?
It's a short bow.
Got it.
All right.
I'll move up to the next person that was up there. And,
Okay.
You know what? I will take the arrow.
Okay. So you can add. There are 6 good arrows, and then there are 12 that will need fletching again. And Rith, go ahead and roll an investigation check when you get up there too. Okay. You spot a short sword.
all right. Same looking quality of the art and everything.
The dagger. I mean, the metal
Yeah.
looks very similar as well.
Okay.
Also, Lilith, with the bow,
Mhm.
the string that's on there does appear to be singed a little bit, so you think you might have to restring it, but probably pretty simple enough for you. You've had to string a
Okay.
bow before. Right. Anything else you guys wish to do right now?
Kerr,
yeah, huh?
are you okay?
I got a little blinded there. So I'm
I
fine.
I did too. I did too.
I'm fine.
What about these dogs? Do you think you could harvest their pelts?
Sure. I've never seen anything like them though before.
They may be rare then.
That's a good point.
I know. I have a contact back in the city that we might be able to sell them to.
I do too. Well, at Weymouth, anyways.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yeah.
want my
right.
rope again?
Yes, please.
Sure.
I will, of course, share the profits with you, and since you suggested it, you as well.
I'll hand
Okay,
him the rope.
fantastic.
Are you just taking the dogs
Yeah, I'm
with
just
you?
gonna
The
cut-
wolves?
I'm just gonna skin them here.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make your survival check. All right, yeah. It is a different type of animal. I mean, some of the most dogs or wolves kind of have a coat that is kind of even and consistent. This one, I mean, it has a thick coat, but you notice the thing that is most unique about it is the fact that the top of the coat is actually is thicker and shaggier. It's also kind of a different color. The majority of the coat is kind of a brown, like a dark brown, and then the top of the coat that's a little bit more shaggy is almost like a burnt sienna type coloring to it. So the one that Rith hit and basically destroyed the spine, that one's a little bit harder, but you figure a way that you can kind of maybe salvage it into 2 smaller pelts, maybe. So might not be as the one that you have from the one that's whole. You think, it could be a pretty decent cloak. The other stuff might work for lining of maybe pauldrons on shoulder pieces or something like that. So you're sure that someone could probably figure out something to do with them, but yeah.
Does anyone even know what these are?
You can make a nature check. Anybody?
I'm great at those.
Yeah. Wow. Whole pick.
Don't ask us a good context, but we got the nature.
Jeez.
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
All right. So yeah, Lilith and Kerr, I mean, both of you guys know, and I mean, Rith, I mean, you, strangely enough, you've kind of heard of strange two-headed dogs in the Fae. You're not quite sure what their names are, but you've heard that they're kind of Fae type creatures. Kerr and Lilith, you guys know that they're called death dogs. You know that one of the things that sets them apart, aside from having 2 heads, is that their bite can confer disease onto somebody that slowly causes them to waste away.
Okay, so with that, I just has anybody been bit?
Bit. Leg.
Great.
Okay. Do you want to check him out?
Sure.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
Uh-huh. Better than I expected.
Yeah. It's discolored. Even through the scales, you can tell some of the scaling, the copper and kind of green tint that the scales has looks a little bit darker.
Right.
And you know that it is a disease. So based on what you know, you don't think a regular cure would take care of this. You'd have to actually isolate the disease itself.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to treat this.
So let's see.
I can give you an antitoxin, or I can make you a healing potion. It'll take a bit. But I don't know how to handle this.
Priest, do you have any suggestions?
You talking to Ella?
Yes.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Let's see if she has it. She'll say, yes, I do know of a spell that would take care of it. She thinks I do actually have it prepared today. Wasn't quite sure what we would encounter out here, but thought maybe it would be helpful. She comes over to you, and I mean, she comes up to about your waist anyhow, so she just reaches her hand out in front of you and touches you, and this blue energy just kind of goes into the wound that you had, and you guys watch as those scales that were discolored go back to their regular shade, and that shaky feeling you had in your legs, that weakness, Rith, vanishes, and you're back to normal.
Okay. I am
still down your hit point, but
Yep. I need to make a check real quick.
For your flaw?
Yep.
Now is a reward, right?
It's anything that has to do with. It's
Okay.
how I'm going to respond.
Make a religion check. I mean, do you know that she's a
D12. I got 12 on that. So if I identify her religion at all.
tomorrow? Yeah, you would know that it's I mean, so she's coming up to heal you. You can, you have the right to say no to her. But you do know that Tamora is considered a good goddess.
Rith will back away and
Okay.
say no.
She'll like, okay. I mean, if the disease has taken hold, I mean, there is a chance that if your friend is strong enough here, that he could fight it off himself. She'll look a little puzzled, but I mean, if he does not wish my help, I'm not going to force it upon anybody.
Let him go. Kivin,
Yes.
are you fine?
Well, I'm physically fine.
Okay.
He'll look at Ella. She'll like, do you wish to? She'll like, oh yes. Let me examine the archway here, and see if we can figure out what it is precisely. So she will cast a quick spell, and her eyes kind of flash blue for a second, and she focuses on it, and say, believe this is some kind of, I'm guessing incomplete portal, potentially, maybe, is my best. The magic from it comes from a conjuration school. So that would be my guess, is that it's a portal meant to open to another plane. Would be my guess. Why the queen would want something like this here when, I mean, she has access to her own in the Fae that she could certainly use. Maybe not in this exact spot, but why she would want to extend here, I do not know. This one's incomplete, so I can dispel. I could dispel the magic. You all wouldn't mind just watching over me for a little bit, make sure nothing else comes out or comes in from the surrounding area.
I'm gonna try to listen to the wind.
Okay.
Because last time it spoke to us here.
Okay. All right. So she will. She reaches her hand out to touch the black stone. As she does so, that you guys see the blue veins of material light up, and she kind of flinches for a second. Continues casting her incantation. It goes on for a few moments, and it flares again, and she kind of flinches. You can kind of see that her hand that's touching kind of turns a little bit blue, almost purplish. A little bit of ice kind of creeping around to it, and then the blue veins kind of go dark and turn black, and she pulls her hand away, and it sticks for a moment, and then she pulls it off, and seems like a little bit of skin kind of stuck to it for a moment. And she watches her eyes kind of flash blue again, and she looks, and okay, seems the magic that was started there is broken. Oh, that hurt. You said
yes,
you guys
it does.
Yeah. Oh, and she kind of lets a little bit of energy kind of wash over her, and see some of the skin starts to kind of grow back, and she's like, oh, that'll leave a mark. She'll look at Kivin. I believe I'm satisfied for the most part. Kerr, make an insight check. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Make a perception check along with that too. Okay. It does seem to lighten in here a bit. Seems like a little bit more sunlight's kind of getting through the canopy a bit. It's not quite as dark. Rest of you notice this a little bit too. And Curry will notice that some of the trees' leaves are returning a little bit to more of their natural color a little bit. It's very faint, but it does appear that some of the color is returning to them that it was.
The archway itself, not the platform, but the actual archway.
Mhm.
What is it made of?
It's the same material. So it's a black onyx material as well, with what was kind of a dark midnight blue veins running through it. But those veins appear to be they appear to blend in a little bit more. They've lost some of their color or their hue.
The archway itself, is it like real thick or?
Yeah. It's. I mean, the stone itself is probably about, it would say 2.5, maybe 3 feet thick, going all the way up. Kivin will take a look at it and say, well, I will, he'll look around at the group and say, well, I feel better about this at this point. He'll look at you, Kerr, and say, you look to be a friend of nature. What are your opinions now?
Well, things are changing. Let me ask this tree here how things are going. And I'll turn to the tree and be like, so she stopped the portal thing. You feeling any better?
Kind of sways a little bit and like almost like an affirmation type movement. It's pretty slow, but seems, you get a sense that it feels better.
So yeah, things have changed. I was wondering if we should demolish it though, just in case.
Yes, I believe so. I will have to send some people out here. If
We have a dragon with a hammer.
we do, I have some people with some pickaxes that might be able to. I mean, if your friend wishes to smash into it, he certainly can. But I mean, there's no
Dragon.
need for
Smash. Arch.
Okay, 1 second. Is this gonna piss off that queen?
Yes.
I'm sure she's already not happy.
Yeah.
So Rowan, you've been listening, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. I'm gonna actually tell you if she's mad or not. Hold on.
She'll I mean, all of you will kind of see this too. There's like a little rustle of wind that's a little bit cold, not as cold as it was before. And little bit of, in the air in front of you, kind of shimmers and becomes a little bit more opaque. She'll say, intriguing. You've proven resourceful and determined, and I will commend you for that. And this is likely not to be our final meeting, and this is likely to be our final meeting, and unless you choose to visit my court. But this matter may not be resolved just yet. She'll kind of fade away. can make an insight check if you'd like to determine her mood. Right. Rith, I mean, for you, she seems pretty amused. Not angry at all. Like you're just like, yeah, she respects me because look at what I did, and that's all you're really concerned about. Like she respects you. Kovac, you don't get the sense of any kind of like lingering hostility. The matter not being resolved yet is a bit odd of a statement, but you didn't sense any kind of open hostility behind it. Kerr, I mean, you're not necessarily sensing hostility, kind of neutral in your opinion. And Rowan and Lilith, you're not really sure. This is an archfey. They're really hard to determine how they feel like. So
She is an odd sort.
Yeah.
Smash away, Rith.
do you want to smash the arch, Rith?
Gold?
Old soon.
I mean, are you asking Kivin that?
Yeah.
He'll say, well, I mean, there's nothing extra for the arch itself. I can have men take care of. Say, not for arch, amount agreed upon. No extra. But for fun? Say, not required.
No.
Okay. All right. Ella will look at anybody and be like, she'll look around, is anybody else injured or needing any assistance?
Yeah, can you check this out? And I show her where I got shot with the arrow.
Okay. All right. How wounded are you? Is it just like you're not like wounded, right? You're just not below health half or anything like that.
I'm right around half.
Okay. All right. So she'll pump a. There you go. 12 hit points.
I like it.
So with that, Rith will look at her and go, Rith, approve. And points to his leg.
Oh, very well. She will come and lay hands on, just touch your leg, and blue energy kind of flows into you, and that uneasy feeling you had and weak feeling you had in your knees goes away. You are no longer diseased.
All right.
Kivin will look. Yes, I feel more comfortable with the way things are here. I believe we can have our people come out now that it feels a little bit safer. Maybe he'll look at you, Kerr, and say maybe a few days for everything to return to normal, and we'll send some people out here to take care of the arch. I don't know how long it will take. I can always talk with Arvin and get his opinion as well. But I believe this will fulfill our contract. So if you'd like to follow me back to town, we will settle up and conclude our business.
Most definitely.
I've appreciated your work. You've been most professional and quite skilled. He will follow and concur. If you wish to lead us back.
Oh, I thought you were going to lead the way.
Well, I was paying attention, but you seem to know your way through the woods.
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind me, like, taking it a bit slower on the way out.
No, that's...
Because I'd like to replenish my herbalism kit.
Oh, so, I mean, if you wish to, you could take, like, a short rest and scavenge if you'd like. Or forage, I should say.
That'd be great.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check. And okay. Yeah, you find most of the stuff that you were able to, that you used last night, and able to replenish your supplies. The only thing you'll need to get if you're going to continue making potions is possibly purchasing some extra flasks or
Right.
bottles to hold them in. So
Before we leave this area, I want to like check out the little shack there again to make sure there's nothing extra in
Okay.
there from last time we were here.
sure, go ahead and head on in and make an investigation check. Natural 20, nice. You root around in there a little bit. You find you don't really find anything else of worth, but you're going through like the fire that they were using to cook and some of the places that you saw possessions, and you notice that there is kind of like a loose floorboard, and so you pry it up for a moment, and you find. Let's see. You find 15 gold pieces in there. In a small pouch.
In a small pouch?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You find a small pouch and you kind of jingle it. You pick it up and it jingles a little bit, and open it, count it, and yeah, 15 gold pieces.
In my pocket.
Yep. No one else is in there with you, so. So, Lilith comes back
Nothing
out
in
from the
there.
hut.
Let's go.
All right. Are you guys all heading back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. All right. So, Kerr, you managed to lead them back through the woods. The make one insight check as you're passing through the woods.
Okie doke.
Okay. You come across a few animals. They still seem a bit skittish. Not quite as bad, but still not quite normal. So, seems whatever effect was kind of held over them is beginning to release itself a little bit. This is probably about this has been about 2 hours or so since you've, ended or dispelled the arch's effects. So, yeah, you feel like things are slowly returning to normal. It's not a real quick effect, but it does seem to be pretty gradual.
Okay.
Are you guys heading straight back to town, or were you planning to head to Arvin?
I would like to go to Arvin.
Okay.
But no one has to come with me.
Okay. So,
I'm staying close to Kivin.
Okay. So if you're heading in that direction, Kivin will notice, and he says, town is... Are you heading to Arvin's?
Arvin, yep.
Oh, very well. That's fine. I don't mind taking a small detour. That's perfectly fine. Ella will look. I do have duties to attend to, so I will bid adieu here and head back to town on my own. Thank you again for all of your assistance. If you need anything while you're still in town, any kind of healing or whatnot, just stop by the temple. She will wave and head down the road towards the town. So, Kivin and his 2 guards will stay with you guys. So,
well, I'm just going to sell these pets to Arvin. So
that's fine. I would, if you guys aren't going all back together, I just prefer to take care of business all as one. So
Oh, we can wait.
It's like it's fine if you wish to sell the pelts to him. That's perfectly fine. It only adds another 30 or 40 minutes to our travels, and potentially keeps me out of any other requests that people might have for me today. So
Okay.
consider it a vacation day.
Everybody else, is it all right?
If this is a vacation day,
I'm-
I'd hate to see your bad days.
if you keep the pieces of the one,
Right.
sell him the full one, and keep the pieces. I have that buyer Waymoot that we might be able to sell.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. So keep the pieces, sell the holes.
Correct.
Got it.
So you have a whole wolf. Well, actually, you had yeah.
One whole demon dog, and then the other one was like
Yep.
two
It was
smaller
kind of
pieces.
smashed. Yep. So, okay. Go ahead and so you head to Arvin's house. It's probably just shortly after noon at this point, probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, considering your journey there and back. So about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He's outside. Looks to be preparing some food, or maybe some a deer that he seems to have killed recently, and preparing some of the meat, turning some of it into what looks to be jerky, and then maybe preparing the rest of it to either eat himself or sell potentially. So you approach. He's like, good afternoon.
Hello again.
Lord Kivin, wonderful to see you guys. Were you able to take care of our little problem? And
Yes.
Kim will say, yes, I believe it's returning to normal. We may need to take a journey out there in a day or two. Our large friend here seems to feel that things are returning to normal, and we'll need to take care of the archway out there, make sure that it doesn't linger, destroy it entirely. Lady Ella was able to dispel it and remove its unfinished enchantment, but yes, I do believe that we've taken care of the issue. Say, fantastic to hear. What brings you by my place?
I have a pelt for you, sir.
Oh, another wolf?
A death dog.
Will say death dog. Vaguely familiar with that. That you were able to kill him. Well, yes. Let me see. I will take a look at it.
Sure. And I'll break out the pelt.
Okay.
It's a very fine pelt
It is indeed unique.
and very rare.
He's okay.
Okay. Well, look. I think this is certainly very unique and different type of pelt. Let me see. I could offer you I think 30 gold would be a fair price for this.
I'll look over at Lilith.
30 gold for a friend.
friend, certainly. You've certainly proven yourselves to be friends of the forest and of nature. So, say, one moment. He will step inside and come back out with a small pouch and hold it out to. I'm assuming you guys are close together.
I'll take it.
So, okay. So he holds it out and says, I will certainly find a use for this. Might be a good pelt for a winter garment. Very thick.
It might make a good cloak.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. I appreciate the you thinking of me in this. So,
of course.
You were the first we thought of.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can have more dealings in the future.
If you come across any other pelts you wish to sell, I can certainly. I'm sometimes in looking out for things myself, and if I'm in need, I certainly bring them by.
Well, on the road, I kind of lack the equipment to do this usual work, so I'd gladly bring this stuff to you.
Good. I will look forward to any future dealings then.
Of course.
Is there anything else I can help
No,
you with
that
today?
was it.
Perhaps some jerky before you go. I've just finished. I had a batch that finished up yesterday. If you would like to partake.
Sure. How much?
He'll say, well, he'll just hand a piece to everybody and be like, yeah, if this one's on the house. Feel free to take some. He'll hand you also a little bit of deer jerky. Anybody eat it right away?
I will.
Rith does, of course. That's why I had to ask. Your mic is up, by the way, I think.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you bite into it. It's for jerky, it's pretty dang tender. I mean, it's whatever he does has a nice smoky taste to it. Pretty good.
Rith, like.
Good. If you'd like, there's I do sell some to one of the general stores that's in there. So, I will probably have more ready tomorrow if you want to replenish any of your own stock.
Sounds fair.
Say, have a good day. And until we meet again.
Farewell.
And he will bid you farewell, and Kevin will walk the rest of the way into town with you guys.
On the way to town, I'll take my piece of jerky and throw it to Riff.
Okay. Riff, he throws you another piece of jerky.
Thanks.
No problem.
Nom, nom, nom. It's really good.
And I also am going to walk next to Kovac.
Yep.
And out of that pouch, I am going to give him 5, or I'm going to slip him 5 of the gold.
Okay, trying to just sleight of hand, or?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. Your passive perception occurs at 15 or 16?
It is 16.
Okay. I mean, you notice Lilith slip some coins to Kovac, but that's it. Doesn't seem like anything real shady. She just gave him coins, so.
Right.
All right. Anything you guys want to talk about or do on your way back to town?
Yeah, I'm also gonna like slip back by Kovac and be like, hey man, I'm really sorry about like the shooty and the exploding and binding and back there.
It's a battlefield. It happens.
All right.
No apology necessary.
Well, I'm still sorry.
We'll appreciate it.
Don't hurt me.
Don't. I won't hurt you.
All right.
So, Lilith, who's this guy you got in town?
It's a little shop I visited. It's called Marker's Fine Goods. He deals in kind of exotic uh, things.
So he'll take an uncured pelt?
Yeah, of course. I'll tell him what it is, and I'm sure he'll have a use for it.
Okay. It's uncured.
That's okay. He'll have somebody.
I'm sure it's Arvin.
Possibly. Possibly.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
But that would be his problem afterwards.
I'll look
Yeah.
at Lilith while she's talking and pull out the dagger and the short sword. Buy these?
He would buy those also, probably, yes. Would you like to come with us, Rith?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Make an intelligence check, Lilith. Since you're kind of talking about dealing with like an uncured pelt for like selling purposes. All right. You have a feeling you could probably sell this to him. Uncured, you're probably not going to get as much as you think you could, but worth a shot. So, all right. Kivin will on his way back, he'll say, "Well, I think you guys have all proven well worth the money. Definitely fulfilled our contract. I would have expected that to be a little bit harder, but guess proved to be surprisingly proficient. For I don't think any of you have worked together before, correct?
Correct.
I mean, I've worked with Kerr.
Yeah. Rowan and I have traveled for a while together.
Yeah.
For a fairly new group, I think you've done proven yourself to be quite an effective group. I will have to make a report of this when we get back into town, but that's my issue to deal with. If you wish to wait for me at the tavern tonight, I can return this evening with your pay, and perhaps provide you with one more meal on the town's dime.
Sounds
Or
fair.
perhaps we could meet at the Silver Wink and eat something, perhaps maybe a little bit more upscale. If you're interested, I don't wish to presume anything. Some people prefer to have the more down to earth settings, but that is entirely up to you.
Scale?
It's one of the finer establishments in Cormier.
Is it black tie?
No. It's simply travelers coming through, but I mean it's a nice place.
How would you
Definitely take up that offer.
describe the clientele?
The Silver Wink is probably a bit more of the wealthy merchants, so to speak. If that's not something that you're necessarily interested, the Moon and Stars is almost equally as good.
Oh no,
The clientele tends to be a little bit more I don't want to say rough, but down to earth.
it's fine. I just need to know what I need to be prepared for.
I will leave either one up to you. Both establishments. Food is quite exquisite. Entertainment superb. Just different atmospheres. I can return tonight, and you guys can let me know your decision at that point. I'll go start my report and return.
Sounds good.
One additional question for you. I mean, I don't know if you plan to travel together at all, or if you're planning to stay in Cormier for a while.
I don't think we've talked about this.
No
Okay.
idea.
Well, if you do intend to stay in Cormyr for a while, our stance towards adventurers tends to be a little bit more closed off, but I can provide you with a letter of recommendation for any of your future efforts. It wouldn't carry any special privileges per se, but it would allow you to accept at least a few more jobs on behalf of the kingdom without possessing an adventurer's charter. And if you wish to, if you're looking to do something outside of Weymouth, I do know of a caravan that's leaving within the next couple of days, heading towards Evening Star, that might have additional jobs up there as well. But the letter of recommendation would certainly allow you to accept a few more. In most cases, jobs are reserved for those with the appropriate charter.
We would be honored. Take
Very well.
your letter.
Very well. Should I provide you with? Well, I'll bring a couple, and if you choose to use one for the group of you, or if you wish to go your separate ways, I can provide you with one each.
Okay.
So.
That sounds like we should talk.
Very well. So
Agreed.
After this time, you guys, it takes probably about 5 or 10 more minutes. He stops in front of the bashful maiden, says, "I will return here. Should be a couple hours, and then I'll return with your money, and we can settle up for that. And then, if you wish, we can enjoy a meal. If not, then it has been a pleasure working with you."
And with you, sir.
Very well. And he will head off with his 2 guards. Do you wish to go do your selling first, or are you guys going inside?
Maker's goods.
Lead way.
All right. I will lead who all would like to join us? Everyone?
Sure.
Oh. So you don't need me there, do you?
If you'd like to come, you're more than welcome. You do have a share of these pelts that we can sell.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are making your way down towards Marker's Fine Goods?
Yes.
Okay. It's getting into the afternoon, probably about 4 o'clock or so at this point. But you walk in, and
I'm gonna walk in like I own the place, and he's my best friend.
Marco will see you come in. Ah, Lilith, it's wonderful to see you again, and so soon.
Marker, my good man, I have just come upon some of the rarest goods for you.
Indeed.
And you were the first person I thought about.
I would hope so. By all means, please. Let me see what you've returned with.
We have 2 small pelts. Have you ever heard of a death dog?
Indeed, I have. Particularly a nasty 2-headed beast, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Yes.
And we have 2 small pelts. Or 2, well, they're not real small, but they're 2 fair-sized pelts that could be used.
Okay. If you'd like to bring them, you said you just received them today?
Yes.
Okay. Say, please. Let me see them.
Yes.
Kerr, my good man.
I have here halves of death dog pelt, just freshly skinned, still moist and sticky. Here you go.
He'll have you set them down with the first side on the counter.
She puts her hand in her head.
Say, yes, these obviously you did receive these today. Would have to have them cured before I could find the appropriate use for them, but I think I could.
With them being so rare, you were the first person I thought about, and I wanted to bring them straight to you.
Well, I do appreciate the thought. If they've been properly cured, they'd be a little bit more of immediate use to me.
Of course, of course.
I'll have to speak with someone about potentially taking care of that process.
You know, I bet you Arvin can do that.
Arvin is fantastic at such work. He would be my first thought. He tends to be a little busy, but with something of this level of rarity, he's probably the sole person I would trust. With that
I was actually
particular
going to
job.
suggest Arvin so that we have like minds. Master Marker.
As they are great. I can certainly take these. Being uncured, it would be a slightly less of a price than if they were properly prepared.
Oh, I would expect no less. I would expect no less.
I would say we could possibly do about 10 gold pieces each, and then I can take them to Arvin and have him take care of the rest of the process for me.
What would you say to 12?
12. It had been prepared. I'd be a little bit more apt towards it. Let me think. 12 could be possible. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check. Kind of scratch at his face a little bit. He's got a little bit of like 5 o'clock shadow starting. If I could get Arvin to work on it soon, maybe tomorrow, or I could head out there tonight potentially. He might be. Yes, we can do 12 apiece.
Yeah, that sounds like fair. That's a deal for a friend.
That's a deal for an associate.
That is true.
Very good. Did you have any?
We also, my dragon friend here has a fine dagger and a long sword that he would like to look at to give him a fair price on.
Pull both out and set them on the counter.
Okay. So it's a dagger and a short sword again. He'll look at them. It's very similar to the pieces you brought in yesterday.
That is correct.
I did find a person who was willing to buy those. I don't know if they would be interested in this necessarily, but I could purchase these for a slight markup from what a traditional item would be. Let's see here. For the 2 of these, I could offer you 15 gold.
15 gold for you, my dragon friend. What do you think?
Rith agree.
Okay. He'll take out 15 gold pieces and set them on the counter in front of you. And take the 2 items and slide them behind the counter.
He'll hand 3 gold to Lilith.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And now myself, I also have this short bow. It will need restringing. And some arrows. There are 6 full ready for action. And then 12 that will need some refleshing. So I could go for a discount on those.
Okay. Well, the short bow itself, I mean, when you look at it, it's not necessarily a as you know, like the wood in some of the hills you've seen has been kind of uniquely colored. These ones don't really look any different than almost a traditional short bow.
Mm.
So, I'll say, I mean, that's the restringing. I could, for the arrows, I would say, 10 gold for the lot of those.
That's a fair price.
Yeah. Like I said, it will be a little bit of work. Might be able to polish up the wood. Looks like it's had a little bit of a scorching.
It was a bit of a fight. We had a bit of an adventure here.
Very well.
But we came out clean, and we were able to bring you some good goods here.
Well, I can clean these up and probably sell them to someone on a caravan outside, and the next pass through. But
We
yeah,
have actually heard of such a caravan. I will, if we meet them, I will make sure I send them here.
very good. He'll pull out 10 more gold and set them on the counter for you. So you've got a total of 34 in front of you for the two items. But
Okay.
so, anything else?
Yes, I keep having to borrow my friend's rope, so I was wondering if you have any rope.
I certainly do. Are you looking for of a traditional, just hempen style rope? I also have silk rope, which is far lighter and stronger, bit more expensive, but worth the purchase. And I have varying lengths of anywhere from 10, 25, 50 feet. Just depends, I guess, on what you need.
Could I get 50 foot and a 25 foot?
Which style would you like?
Silk for the 50, because that should last me a while and should be pretty good. And just regular old hemp for the 25.
So, for the business that we've done today and our in the spirit of generosity and our fair dealings, I will. I have both of those. I can offer them to you for 8 gold in total.
Sure, yeah.
Slight discount for you.
Thank you.
I'll give Kerr his share of the 24 gold, split 3 ways, the 8 gold.
So 8. There you go. You can just leave that on the counter if you like. So
yep.
he'll say, "Oh, very well. I'll just I'll keep that portion, and here you are." And he'll hand you 2 bundles of rope.
And I'll hand Kovac his portion, the 8 gold for the 24.
Thank you.
Out of the pelts.
All right.
Much appreciated.
Is there anything else I can help you with in this afternoon?
Do you have any new and interesting items that
not since yesterday.
Such a group as we might sit in?
Not since yesterday necessarily. Are you looking for anything in particular? Are you planning on you mentioned a caravan. Are you planning on joining up or traveling, or?
We may be in the area for a while. We haven't really decided yet, so.
Okay. Well, I haven't received anything new, interesting lately. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? I may have something that might suit you. I can look anyhow.
I don't have anything personally myself.
Okay.
Does anyone else have anything they're looking for?
Yeah, I got one more thing. Empty vials, like potion size.
Oh, yes. I have a supply of vials that I could certainly part with. They run about a gold piece each.
Okay, how many do you got?
I have 6 right now. There's probably more coming in on one of my shipments here in a day or two, but I do have 6 at the moment.
I will take 4, sir.
Very well.
Thank you.
4 gold pieces. Say if you're the adventuring types, I did come across a couple of healing potions as well. They run about 55 gold a piece if you're interested at all.
No, I'm good. I get mine from the woods.
It's an excellent source if you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm not skilled in that manner myself. I'm more of a salesman. But if any of you find yourself in need, I do have a couple that I can leave set aside if you feel the need before you venture out again.
Can I go ahead and
Sounds
get the
fair.
other 2 empty vials?
Certainly. I'll put them onto the counter for you in 2 gold pieces.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Very well. I appreciate the business today again, as always. And if you come across anything else unique or intriguing, do come back by Marker's Fine Goods.
Will be our first stop.
I appreciate it. Enjoy your day.
You do the same, sir. And I'll
You
walk
guys-
out.
All right. You guys heading back to the inn?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys have some time there if you'd like.
All right, Kovac. I have your rope and 10 gold for you, sir.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
And 10 gold for you as well, Lilith.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing business.
No problem. I'm pretty sure we would have gotten more from Arvin.
Well, I don't know about the pieces. That was my concern. We may have gotten more if we'd had him cured by him, but I didn't think of that part until after we had left. So.
It's cool. So, are we doing the fancy dinner thing?
I'm no stranger to fancy dinner, so I would prefer it. I haven't had a good meal like that in ages.
Rowan?
I mean, I'm always down for free food and good food.
Agreed.
It doesn't have to be fancy. He didn't say that we had to be fancy. He just
No.
said
You
the
might
food
even get
was
the
better
chance to
quality.
perform there.
No, we don't have to be fancy.
Hey,
Are you worried about the clientele there or the food itself?
Let's just say Kerr is not a chosen nom de plume.
Don't worry. We will support you.
You hardly know me.
We've fought together.
Kerr,
True.
I wouldn't change a thing about you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Well,
I'd
maybe
say-
we can get a private room.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Kevin said that he has the support, and it sounds like they would have a private room that we could eat in.
We are VIPs, you know.
Right? Okay. Okay.
So, say we go back to the inn we're staying at,
Aren't we there?
clean
You guys were
ourselves up.
walking there basically, and you guys got there, yeah. So you
Okay.
guys could either wait to talk until you got there, say you were talking when you got there, or talk on the way.
Wait,
So.
yeah, on the way there, I'm gonna walk up to Kerr and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, man, the clientele here can't be any worse than the clientele where we met. I mean, you remember, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It can't be worse than that, man."
I mean, that clientele was pretty good for you, if I recall.
Well, maybe that night they were good for me.
Yeah.
Next day, not so much.
Yeah, that's my usual, though.
Well,
Your next day is my everyday.
they're gonna respect us.
Okay.
We
saved
have
the
done great
day.
deeds.
From Rowan's perspective, we will have done amazing deeds.
Of course. So when we get, I'm gonna go up to like one of my room and like clean up and
Okay.
put on my set of fine clothes.
Okay. Rith, I assume you're just staying in your traditional
Yep.
travel
I'll
clothes
walk
because
up to
that's
the bar
what
and
you
get
have. Yeah. Okay.
You know what? That's on me. I will buy everybody a beer,
Very well.
not the cheap kind,
Not the cheap kind. All right.
except for
Oh.
myself.
Except for yourself. Are you getting a picture for yourself again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheapest one possible, too.
Right.
I'll be
So
up in my
bet-
room getting ready, so I won't be having one.
Okay. So 3 drinks and then the picture for yourself. We'll say that it sets you back maybe 5 silver pieces.
Okie doke.
So the 3 of you, Rowan, Rith, and Kovac, you guys all have pretty nice ale in front of you. So pretty decent.
Gonna like, cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right. Anybody else
dribbled.
doing anything to get ready for the dinner itself?
Only
Very
when
good.
it comes time to go, I will be casting Disguise Self.
Okay.
After I get ready, hopefully it doesn't take very long. I would come down and say, okay, so what Kivin said about us possibly traveling together. What are your thoughts on this, everyone?
I have no problems with it. I mean, 5 is way better than 2.
That's true. And if Rowan's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
I also think 5 is better than 1, so Kovac?
I suppose for the time being, it could prove to be lucrative.
And my dragon friend, what are your thoughts?
Rith likes money.
We
I
can make
like
lots of it.
Rith.
I also like Rith.
Rith likes you.
I like the way you think. We'll make lots of money together, my friend. So, are
As
we
you guys
ready?
are sitting there, waiting in there, Kivin will come in eventually with his guards. They'll have a small chest with them that they kind of carry between them. He says, "If you'd like to meet me in the room back here, we can settle our business." He comes up and says in a more quiet tone, says, "If you'd like to follow me," and he'll glance at the bartender, and bartender will motion, and server goes over and unlocks the door and shows you guys in. So you guys can take your seats if you'd like.
Okay.
Sure.
And he'll say, I once again, I appreciate your efforts today, and I have brought the coin so we may settle our affairs. And they set it on there, and it makes a heavy kind of thud as it sets down. And he pulls out 5 bags. I'll say, in each bag you will find 250 gold pieces, as we agreed upon. If you wish to take the opportunity to count them, I will not be offended. I understand such things are usual, but I will. And he'll look at you and does anybody want to count their bags?
No.
I'll trust him.
Nope. Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So he'll, and then he slides 5 rolled up pieces of parchment that have a wax seal on them. He'll say these are letters of recommendation from myself. As I said, they will provide you with the ability to continue to perform a number of jobs inside of the nation. I will say is if you're traveling to other cities, you may find some of their social norms a little bit different here than Weymouth. Since we tend to have a lot of travelers pass through, we are a little bit more lax on some of the nation's laws. He'll say one that might be something you might have to consider is that in many of the other cities, they do consider peace bonding a requirement as you come into the city. He'll say, and if you guys look into he'll motion towards the chest. If you guys look in there, there are some leather straps. Not sure if any of you are familiar with peace bonding.
Nope.
Okay. So, I mean, Kovac would probably be aware of the idea since he's lived a good number of lives. But peace bonding is the method in which you basically strap your weapon into its sheath. So that way you loop it in, and it takes you a full round to undo the loop so you can draw your weapon. Many of the cities inside of Cormier require it, as people are walking around. Since they have so many people that might be carrying a weapon, they don't want individuals just able to pull out a weapon at a moment's notice and do whatever they want to do. They have different leather straps based on what it is. So if you have a sword or anything that has a hilt that goes into a scabbard, there's a specific type of strap for that. For anyone with like club or a maul or something or a bow even, there is a different type of strap for that. So say if you do go to any of the other cities, do be aware that they will require that upon your entry. Simply just a precautionary measure, something that we are a little bit lax on here as of late due to some of our needs and how many adventuring or mercenary groups pass through here. But something they may require in other cities. So I wanted to make you aware of that should you choose to travel. But these letters of recommendation will provide you the ability to perform a number of jobs for the nation before you may have to seek a charter if you wish to continue such efforts. Those would have to be obtained in either the city of Arabelle, Suzel, or the fort of Highhelm, or Highhorn, which Kerr and Rowan, that's the one that you guys passed through on your way down. So Lilith, Kovac, and Rith, you guys probably would have gone through Arabelle, which is one of the principal cities. So
what were the 3 cities again?
Arabelle, Arabel, Suzel, Suzail, and then Highhorn.
Okay.
Which is a fort that's part of the mountain pass that guards basically the northwestern entrance into Cormier through the Stormhorns, which is a mountain range that kind of surrounds the eastern and northern borders of Cormier.
And this caravan that you were speaking of.
Oh, yes.
You know where they're headed?
They should be passing through Evening Star, which is to the north of here. It's a small, quaint village. For a lot of farmsteads. They make some quite fine wines. Produce a lot of produce and other food-related goods. I believe parchment is one of their big exports as well. But I believe that the caravan that's traveling that way is planning on stopping by Evening Star for some wine and then purchasing more goods and Arabelle before returning north to their home. If you wish to go, the leader of the caravan is fellow by the name of Darko. Darko. He's a merchant that passes through quite a bit. Many times he stops here to unload and then heads back to his home of Shadowdell. But
Okay.
they are sometimes looking for additional guards to take them through the forest. But if you wish to potentially travel with them, feel free to let him know that I sent you his way, and I'm sure he would pay you a guard's wage for the couple days that it takes to get there. And I believe Evenstar has from my understanding, they had at least a few jobs that were potentially available. Otherwise, you may continue to travel with them if they will continue to have your services.
Sounds good. Well, we thank you for these letters.
Very well. Any decisions on dinner?
Well, I am dressed for fine dining.
I did notice that you look very lovely tonight, Lady Lilith.
Thank you.
Yeah. I believe it. Consensus was the Silver Wink.
Very good. Quite the fine establishment. I'm certain we can find a table there.
Do they have private rooms?
They do have some, yes. Would that be a preference?
Yes.
Very well. I believe I could. They do owe me a favor, I would say. I can. I believe we can make that a possibility.
That would be preferable. Thank you.
Very well. If you are all ready, I can lead you there.
Lead the way.
Cast and spell now.
Okay. All right. So it'll last for an hour. So I mean, you'll have it while you're in there, and you can. I'm sure you can recast it, correct? Or it's a first level spell, right?
I can do it once.
Oh,
correct.
That's right. It's your Furbolg spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look like a human version of me.
Okay. So extremely tall and
no,
lanky.
I'm gonna, since I can adjust my height, I want to be human sized.
Okay. And you're 7 foot or you're 8 foot?
I'm just short of 8 feet.
Okay, so you'll still be quite
I'll
tall,
still be
lanky.
kind of tall, yeah.
Are you going to still be lanky, or are you going to be a little bit? I can't really change your shape too much, but are you still going to be lanky size?
Still going to be, yeah.
Okay, so Kurt takes a new appearance, human version of himself, and about 6'10". So still significantly taller than everybody in the party.
Very nice, my bovine friend.
I'm not a cow.
Significantly taller than most everybody in the town. So, but he doesn't stick out like anything other than just being huge for a human. So, are you changing your clothing appearance at all?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Nope.
Right. So, with your 6'10" disguised human Furbolg and the rest of the party, you guys head over towards the Silver Wink. If you guys like, we could end it there and pick up there at the next time, or we can go through that if you'd like. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to do during the dinner.
Not really. I'd kind of just look around to see what kind of other clientele was in there. Be about the extent of it for now.
The Silver Wink itself is a fairly large establishment. I mean, you guys have seen this building as you've been passing through. It is. If anyone wants to, you can make a history check. Okay. Rith, I mean, you've heard of this place. It's supposed to have really good food.
I will look for
And-
the most expensive food I can on the menu then,
Okay.
since he's paying.
Sure. I mean, there's some pretty nice seafood that's an option. Oh, dang it. I froze. Okay, sorry, my screen froze there for a moment, so I don't know what else was said. But
You said seafood. That was
yep.
it.
So
We stopped talking.
Yeah, they have some pretty nice seafood. There's quite a few ports that are in Cormyr. There's also some fairly nice. They have a really great lamb dish. There's pork that's around as well. So
I'll do the lamb.
the lamb dish. Okay. So yeah, it's excellent food. Everything you heard about it was no lie. They have some very nice ales as well, or wine, whichever one you guys prefer. I'm sure Rith is more of a ale guy, right?
Yep, I'll do the best ale they have.
Yep. So they have some very nice dwarven ales. You
Oh yeah,
shove
I'll do
some
some
of that
dwarven
down.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it. If you could, it would put hair on your chest. Like, and you look down, you swear that you could see some, and it's it's good. But as far as clientele, it is a lot of merchants. There are appear to be some semi-local people around here as well. That you would probably assume based on the difference in apparel. Like, it's somewhat easier to pick out the merchant people, being one yourself, or having done such work in the past as yourself. You can spot a pretty good merchant crew, as compared to the locals, because the locals tend to have a lot of the same fashion sense as well. So it appears to be equally popular between both, but the merchants that you see in here tend to be dressed pretty nicely. So it's, when he said it's more upper class clientele, it is, but not like not people in like huge expensive gowns or anything like that. Most of the people are wearing their everyday stuff that they wear. It just might be a little bit cleaner than some other places. So, but yeah, Rowan, if you're interested, the entertainment is very good. There's multiple performances going on at different corners, including one that happens to be like an acrobatics routine that they have set up in the center. That is quite good. I mean, you've seen a lot of stuff in your past, so you wouldn't necessarily say it's the best you've ever seen, but it is definitely upper shelf. So some of the musicians and whatnot that they have going on, also quite good. You think you might be able to perform better, but
I know
better
I can
than you?
outperform them.
Right. Who's better than you, right? So, but yeah, it's if you guys are there just to enjoy yourself and have nice food, and Kivin's not an exceptionally invasive person, so if however much you guys choose to talk, he will talk. If you choose to enjoy just the food and the entertainment, he is content to do that as well. The one thing you've kind of noticed with Kivin is that he is very matter of fact with a lot of his stuff. He doesn't tend to sugarcoat things. So he's perfectly happy to enjoy silence or talk.
Hey, Kevin.
So now that we've decided to travel together for the most part, or at least a bit, we need to decide on a name.
Why?
So I will say that if you do have an adventuring party name, it tends to add a certain level of panache to your group. Not necessarily a
way-
requirement, but
When
good.
Rowan tells us stories, that way people know that it is us.
Speaking of, how's that ballad coming along?
Fantastic.
You were supposed to perform tonight at the other one.
Yeah, it's at the other place though, so we're good.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, even Rowan can perform here.
Nah.
There's lots of coin out there.
Nah, tonight's about relaxing now.
I'm not sure I could pull enough strings to necessarily make that happen. I'm sure that your friend is quite good at what he does. Many of the acts here are booked well in advance, but if you wish to perform on the spot, the Moon and Stars is actually quite the good place to do that. They tend to a little bit rougher of a crowd sometimes, but they tend to take from the crowd performances.
Maybe after our meal, we could head that way.
Are you performing?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
I just said tonight was about relaxing.
So back to our name.
Uh-huh.
Any suggestions?
I'll point to Kerr and say wooden, and I'll point to my my weapon and say hammer.
Wooden hammer. Doesn't exactly strike fear.
If I was hiring someone to build something for me, I would say that would be quite a splendid name.
I agree with you there, Kevin. I do like the hammer part though, Riz. That was a good suggestion. Maybe. Oh, you know what? We do like gold, don't we, Riz?
We do.
What about golden hammer?
You use that to build a golden shower, right?
No. I don't know what kind of religion you're into.
We don't have one.
I find sometimes the best names are given to you.
Hmm.
It's true. Kivin, you've seen us fight, fought with us. Do you have any suggestions?
I mean, your friend here is quite the friend of nature. The rest of you are all very furious combatants. I could suggest great at names myself, but Nature's Fury maybe. I guess you could spitball that one and see if anything else sticks.
Or we could combine the two. And call ourselves Nature's Hammer.
That could work as well.
All about that hammer, huh?
I don't know. It's just working.
Next, we're gonna be called Arm and Hammer.
Oh, we did piss off a queen.
True.
That was a unique encounter there. Was not expecting that today. We'll say that.
Queen's Fury.
Queen's Fury, Queen's Bane, something like
Queen's
that.
Wrath. Yeah, I like.
Queen's Gambit. Oh,
Queen.
I don't know.
that's a chess
like
move.
that.
Sorry.
I kind of do like
Gambit's-
that one.
I
I don't know why. I kind of do like that one.
Which one did you say you liked?
Actually, it doesn't sound bad.
The Queen's Gambit
Oh,
or the Queen's Bane?
I mean,
We'll be a Netflix show.
hmm. I mean, we're kind of bohemian, and he's a singer. We can do Bohemian Rhapsody.
Very nice.
So next it's just Queen. Is that...
Yeah, I'm not great at this.
He'll say. I mean, and based on what you accomplished today, I did find that Queen's Bane seems to resonate.
Mean Spade.
Whether or not that chooses to be a good or a bad thing,
It sounds like the type of people you hire to take over a nation.
True.
My
don't mind
only
that, though.
concern was, I mean, our current monarch is a queen. It may or may not work here. Maybe you could spin it as being the Queen's Bane on everybody else. I don't know. I'm sure
Queen's Fury would work.
There's only one thing I know for sure, and that's that we are the champions.
Today you are, indeed. My friend.
Oh boy.
Why don't we sleep on it?
I think we
Be
need
a
to
little
workshop it.
silhouette
Yeah.
of a man.
Are you asking me to scare a moose now?
Yeah. Scare a cur, scare a cur.
Because I'll rock you.
Mm.
Yes. I mean, most. I don't think you should necessarily settle on your first name, but do consider a discussion. If you're choosing to travel, you may have additional time, or well, I'm sure you'll have additional time regardless of what you're doing. But
True. We'll figure it out.
indeed, I look forward to hearing about more of your exploits. Hopefully good.
We'll see. We shall see.
And he'll look at you, Rowan, and say, did you have a question for me earlier? I'm sorry, before we...
It was just more of a statement. Like, you know, I saw you out there with that bow, man. I saw that. You can handle yourself pretty well, dude.
Indeed. I mean, I'm not as posh as many of the other nobles, but say I came into my title through action. There was some, I'm not sure how much you know of our history here, or our recent history anyhow.
I could
But,
probably find out with a roll.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a history roll.
Ooh, I probably don't know a lot.
I do.
You rolled 18 as well. Yeah. So okay. The 18s. You guys know that. Yeah. In recent history there were 2 different wars that Cormyr was fighting at the same time. They happened to be primarily against the same people. There was against the Nethril Empire and then also Sembia. Sembia was at the time kind of like a vassal state of the Nethril Empire to a certain extent. Lilith, you'll also know that during this conflict, the queen herself at this point that's when she kind of rose to power and ingratiated herself to her people. She was a queen of action. One of the things that made her such a persuasive and popular figure amongst the people is that she actually led the battle that broke one of the sieges on Arabelle, one of their principal cities. She also sent out a call for everyone who was of noble birth to come swear an oath of fealty to her and to the country and to join in the battle. And any noble who didn't was basically relieved of their title and their land. But there were also a bunch of commoners who, if they answered the call, were granted the opportunity to earn a title themselves. They were given tracts of land that were surrounding certain cities and given their own house, basically. So, if Kevin says he came into his title through action, it's very well that he earned it. So, I'll say, yes, we had quite the conflict here. I was trained and knew how to fight, and this country has been good to me, and I felt the need to defend it. So I earned my place. One of the reasons I don't mix words as well as some of the other nobles, I tend to be a little bit more brusque, but I feel it gets things done.
Much appreciated.
Not everybody does. That's a bit refreshing to hear. But yes, I do know how to defend myself and the people that I swore an oath to guard. I appreciate the kind words, though.
Anytime, man.
Of course. Well, is there anything else you wish to do tonight, or do you to enjoy some more of the entertainment, some more food, drink? Or if you're ready to retire, I can certainly take care of our bill and we can go our separate ways. Basically, he'll sit here as long as you guys are ready to. So whenever you guys are ready to go, you can let him know and he will take care of the tab. And you guys are... He'll say, if you wish, there are rooms here available to rent. Otherwise, you can go back to your other rooms at the Bashful Maiden.
Bashful Maiden's fine.
Very
Yeah,
well.
we'll go back there.
I'm ready to leave.
Okay, so he'll pay for everything, and at the door he will bid you all a good night and head off towards his own home.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are free to go back to your rooms.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I think that'll wrap up session 0, basically. Or
Woo.
mission 0.
Right on.
Yeah.
We'll just have to figure out what you guys want to do for... if you guys are